Customer service excellence, that is really a passion of mine and has been for 20 years, and I've used it as a main driver in our business too to differentiate us from our competitors. I think these days it's absolutely crucial that businesses really do appreciate the value of the loyal customer, that they keep the loyal customer, that they acknowledge and use the benefits of having that word-of-mouth recommendation, that advocacy, the free marketing that comes from happy, satisfied customers. And I think another point where we're particularly bad is the ability to take a complainant and actually turn them into a champion for your product or service. From experience, I think we're really, really poor at that in the UK at the moment. I think for me it's often around the rhetoric, because many businesses, all shapes and sizes, you know, the rhetoric goes something like this: we put our customers first, just like managers tell me they put their staff first. But for the customer, that experience, that customer journey is often very, very different. So the things that we would observe time and again would be where the customer is actually almost seen as an irritant, an interruption to the day. They're passed from pillar to post, they're ignored, they're patronised, they're treated as though they haven't really got a choice. And often it's an attitudinal thing. I think a lot of the time the wrong people are in the wrong jobs. It's very hard to change attitudes. It's much easier to give people the skills. And I'll give you an example. I'm always devastated when, in going into 2011 as we are now, I often hear delegates say to me, you know, if it wasn't for the customer, I could get on with my job. I mean, how naive is that? We work, I mean, over the 20 years, we've worked with just about every profession, from banker to baker to bicycle maker, really, accountants, social workers, underwriters, engineers, architects, planners, building control officers, our own profession, other HR professionals and so on. So the whole breadth, really. I think the first thing is get them to realise that the rhetoric really isn't enough. I mean, customer service excellence as a concept has been around in this country for well over 30 years. You know, it's been on the lips of managers since then. I personally think that that's exactly where it stayed. I think most organisations in this country haven't got it right. So what we do is we go in and we work with the client to find out why that is the case. And that means starting with the managers, with the processors, as well as the staff who are on the front line dealing with the customers day to day, face to face and over the phone. And we will ask them really challenging questions like, are you appointing the right people in the first place? Do your managers actually inspire and enthuse staff to want to deliver outstanding service all of the time? Do you operate a culture which encourages people to take risks with customers, or is it very much a blame culture? And how often as an organisation do you, as managers and your staff, take your shoes off, if you like, and walk in the shoes of your customers, so you actually experience that customer journey? And I think that kind of approach then leads into obviously training, which is often for everybody, as well as sometimes improvements to processes and procedures. And that has a huge impact on the business. It totally changes the dynamic and the culture of that business environment. It changes priorities, it changes managers' attitudes. It actually encourages innovation and enthusiasm. And at the end of the day, that means that business is going to be a far better place to have these advocates, to have these champions that then go off and almost, you know, the customers are doing their marketing for them. So that's got to be good for business.